Shemiku Kudashabihu Ushihinko Be Ilo Imulaya Shemiku Bevavki Yidasam Shem Kozrael Kolam Amen. I welcome you with peace. Today we're doing Parsha Ha'azanu, and it is about listening. But it is about listening with your heart. The setting is, it's Moshe's last time in this particular incarnation. He's being instructed to go up to Mount Nebo and leave his body. And he's giving the final instructions to the people via song. Why song? Because song is a way to help people open their hearts so they can listen. Song is something that can be really cross-cultural. It can speak to everyone. And he basically gives them two blessings. This song, which is a song of clarity and direction and prophecy. And the second blessing is he teaches the song to everyone. And he goes to each tribe, making that connection and also giving his farewell. So that's how we start. Now the song itself, the first three verses really have to do with the first three qualities of creation. So he starts with heaven and earth are my witnesses. So he talks about them as if they're eternal. Well, we know the sun and earth aren't eternal, but relative to us in our particular lifetime, it's eternal, roughly speaking. And he's telling people that with the blessings of Hashem, they will do very well. You will cross the river Jordan, you will go back to the land that's been yours already for a long time, and you will inhabit it, and you will be very fruitful. But it warns them. You'll be fruitful, and it'll all be good, and we don't want you to be a fat cat, a Yezerun, which is another name for Israel, to get fat and egoic and forget where it all came from. It comes from Hashem. We didn't do it. If we remember that, we will be okay, because we will stay humble and we'll remember our source. We'll remember our spiritual home. And that way, everything will be perfect. Everything will go well. Now, in the second verse, it talks about Hashem, in a sense, reigning over the chaos, and I'm going to use the word rain in a different way, and that rain would come down, I'm going to call it Shefa, or spiritual energy coming down, initiating and supporting people, and he talks about the dew, which is the upward going force that we create. And the message is, let's pray, let's create the energy of healing, let's create the energy of waking up, let's create the energy of transforming the world, and that's the dew rising, the mist rising, the mystical understanding of the flow. So there's a lot of play in words here, mystical, and this mystical energy rising up activates a downward flow, the rain. We're using it metaphorically, or the Shefa, the downward flow of the spiritual energy. And that way, we have an opportunity to stay continually in the flow of the spiritual energy and, in essence, the awakening. That's very powerful. And then the third level of a point that he's making is the energy of creation, is that it said the essence of Hashem was blown into us. So within us, we contain the image of God. And in that way, if we're really listening, which is with our whole heart, we begin to reverberate with the image of God within ourselves. That's very powerful. There's a subtlety, though, and that's the idea of aloneness. Because it says God alone will guide you through this. And the subtlety is the aloneness is not the same as being lonely. But it is a message that we are unique soul sparks of the divine, unique images of God. And through prayer and through focusing on who we are, that aloneness can help us really wake up. And that's the key. The dude is is a practice of being alone by yourself in that sense, not lonely, alone by yourself, where you can focus on prayer, focus on meditation, and go inward. Okay, and hit bo ninu means to meditate. So one is aloneness, where you have the opportunity to pray. Hit-bo didu, and then hit-no ninu is the praying, is the meditating. So all this is being given to us as that unique expression. It also mentions that not only is God alone, Israel's alone. And as we know, and as it's prophesied even by Balaam, Israel will be different than the other nations. And their role is to help wake up the world. So as we begin to really activate these energies, take advantage of the aloneness so that we are not overwhelmed and sucked into the mind control of the matrix, it's pretty good advice. Okay, don't get sucked into the mind control energy of the matrix, which we're all exposed to one level or not these days with the internet and so forth. The message is be alone, and from that aloneness, know who you are, return home, and with the power of that, help all the nations return home to the truth of who they are and create a enlightened, truly an enlightenment for the whole planet, truly a messianic time. So that's the good news that Moses is really saying. I'm laying it out to you, couldn't be any clearer. Return home to the truth of who you are, and then fulfill your mission. Your mission for the world is to help all the peoples of all the nations return home to who we are, and that's the beauty, the awakening up of the whole world. That's what Moses is ultimately talking about. So may everyone be blessed with this understanding that our job is in that aloneness, we are able to wake up, and with the power of that waking energy, that we're able to create a waking up of the whole world as we all return home to the truth. Shalom, shalom, shalom.